fast forward a little bit. ELS, Ear Legend Sounds. You know, I hear that, man. You already know what time it is.
Hey.
How did that even establish? And let's talk about some of the members.
Alright, so ELS, it started like when. So the very first time I took a break from music, I had moved to Arizona, got my mind clear and shit, had some shit out there. I wasn't doing no music, didn't have no family, no friends. I just had to get away. Moved to Arizona, and by the time like I was ready to come back, I was writing songs because like I was like I couldn't just be there and not like write and shit. I was always writing, I was always making new music. So I was like, damn. I tried to find recording studios out in Arizona, but there was some janky ass fucking bullshit ass recording studios. So I'm like, I'm playing dudes my music and they're playing me back other people's music. I'm like, bro, these niggas can't hold my dick. Like you feel me? Like these niggas suck, bro. But they over here trying to big up their artists and like so it was a whole bunch of bullshit in Arizona. So I never recorded a song. I get back to Texas and me and Verge used to call the studios, I don't know if anybody knows this, me and Verge used to call the studios chocolate city or something, because it was in his parents' crib in his room and it was just painted all brown. Like you feel me? And like it just gave you a vibe when you went in there. So we was like, alright, this gonna be like fuck, I forgot the actual name, but it was chocolate city or some shit like that. Some funny shit. And so I came back and I was like, we were building the studio up at Verge's new crib. He had just moved out his people's house into his own crib and shit. So I'm like, oh yeah, we got a place to really work. So I come back, he got shit set up. So we set up a nice studio in one of his rooms. Like it was a full setup. And then it was like, all right, cool. So let me record one of these songs I just wrote. I recorded the song, first song, fucking hit. And I was like, he's like, you fucking back, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm back. I was like, shit, we gotta go. He was like, what we gonna do? Like before we start, we gotta like set up the infrastructure. So, and before we came down, we on the phone and we like, what we gonna call this shit? Like we're not in the chocolate room no more, so it don't make sense. Like what we gonna call this shit? So we thinking of all these names, trying to find like cool plays on names. We thought of like Odic Legend because the Odic is the eyes, so shit. It was like, that shit sound corny as fuck. I was like, what about just Ear Legends? Ear Legends. And then I was like, nah, Mike Will got ear drummers. He was like, but it's different though. It's still different. I was like, you know what? You right. I was like, let's put Ear Legend Sounds. So you feel me? Let's do that. He was like, bro, that's it. So we mutually like verbally agreed to the Ear Legend Sounds, but it was never like official until I got back to Texas and I recorded that song. And it was like, bro, Ear Legend Sounds finna go up. So it was really me and Barry just started from ground zero and redoing all that shit. And yeah, that's how it came. So I recorded my first couple songs. My brother was always gonna record. I wouldn't say like he was Ear Legend Sounds, but he always came and recorded his music with, And then Tony Stacks came and people were just hearing like how we were putting out this music and how good it was, these two young niggas, so they started gravitating to that shit. And eventually, like, it grew into, like, people, like, really, like, my homie, Knots, B Knots.
Shout out to Knots, fast money.
Shout out my boy Knots. So Knots would tell me, way before he was rapping, like, he'll see me, I had the studio in my room, he'll come, like, bro, I want to record, but he would never, like, take it serious for real. We'll be freestyling, have the hardest freestyles out. I'm like, nigga, like, why ain't you recording the song? Like, come on. So he always told me, like, I want to rap. Like I really want to do this shit. I really think I can go hard. So I'm like, all right. Eventually, like, when I came back, he came and he recorded a song. And, like, he started to feel this groove, and then like, so it's like, shit, I want to be ELS. I'm like, shit, I want you to be ELS. Like, you feel me? You the bro. Like, you feel me? We've been knowing about this shit since way before like all this shit. Like, yeah, it's only right. So like, Not started recording some tapes with us. It was so many. We started getting Mr. Guala, like all these other people coming to like record with us and shit. So it was like really a collective, like really a known studio, but we was running it out of a house. So when I kind of like stepped away from being the artist, we ran into PC, Peso Capone.
Good transition.